Am I live streaming? It seems to be the case that that's happening. Unless... Nope, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Okay. And, now I'll just go do the thing where I open my channel page so that I can grab the link to this. Copy. Twitter. Live for no reason. Paste link. Tweet. Excellent. So apparently the endorsement level reward now is Battle Pass tiers, just entire tiers of the Battle Pass, which is cool. Unless that was trying to tell me that I got 1 experience point, in which case, sure. Anyway, on the topic of the Battle Pass, what I have right now is, I have 1,000 coins. If you don't have 1,000 coins yet, skill issue. So I'm just gonna unlock the special pass, because I want, what's it? Not that. I do want that. This dubstep skin, because it has funny sound effects. What else did I unlock? I didn't even know I had that skin equipped, but sure. I put that in the wrong slot. Oh no. I don't know how souvenirs work. I already had that.
You can be improved.
I see. Don't really need that. I don't think I'm gonna bother equipping that either.
Somebody has to stand up for the people.
Okay, so, this is not actually a stream. This is just me doing stuff. I'm going into the practice range right now, because I have been complaining about not having all my custom reticles set up, and I just never actually fix it. So it's time for me to fix it. Now, unfortunately, Bastion is still removed from the game, which is a little awkward, and it means that I'll have to fix my Bastion reticle at a later date. D.Va is functional enough at the moment. However, there's still something that I want to change about it. D.Va's not an it. Okay. Options. Where am I going here? Is it interface? No. It's not under controls, is it? It is under controls. Why is it under controls? Oh, Bastion is in the menu. I just can't use him in the practice range to figure out whether the reticle's correct or not. Okay, so I'm not doing default. I'm doing circle. Pink. And we're going to look at that. It does mostly show accuracy. I'm going to change hero D.Va. Remove the dot. I don't need the dot in the middle. What? Alright. Dot opacity 0. Scale with resolution. I don't know what that does. Let's make the circle thicker. How's that? That's closer to what I was used to. It shows whether I am aiming correctly, and it doesn't have any distraction from that. Okay, next hero. Oh, also should make sure that it works for this. It does. Yeah. Okay, good. Doomfist.
Our future will be forged in conflict, exterminated.
Did that hit you? No. I don't know what to do with Doomfist, honestly.
I can read your every
Let me open up the Doomfist controls. I might just... go ahead and take the dot opacity down all the way and make the, what is this? Outline opacity? We're gonna make that less as well. Opacity in general. Just barely there. There. Now I have the general idea of where I'm aiming the shotgun. But this guy's main attack is just punching people, so I don't necessarily need to be super well on target. Did they take this guy's damage down? Like a lot? Seems kinda like it. Anyway. Junker Queen, I have played almost none of.
Gracie. You got too close, didn't you?
So I don't really know what to make of this character. Like how okay, the circle on the actual shotgun is a bit bigger than it's showing. The dot seems to be relatively accurate for the knife, except that there's an arc downward. So let me try clicking the actual menu option first of all. What if I do a regular circle with no dot? I don't know why it defaults to having the dot on. No showing of accuracy. We want, also what color? Dark blue? Sure. That's not a setting that exists. Okay. What am I looking at? Center gap. Okay. How does 50 look right now? 50 seems fine. Right? And then can I still aim the knife? Well, I just missed. But that was me aiming too high. Hey, come back. Okay, that's me not being able to time the projectile. I think. Yeah, it's fine. That'll work. And I'm not gonna play Junker Queen that often, so. Arisa. I think Arisa I'm going to use a crosshair for. That's my career profile. Arisa reticle will be crosshairs. And yellow, obviously. I don't think show accuracy is useful. I don't think the dot is useful. 20 on the center gap. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is enough from you.
Let's see. What's the hitbox on the javelin? Can I hit from any further away than my crosshair is long? Not as far as I can tell. I think I just accidentally got that dead on. Okay. Good enough then. Reinhardt. A dot. I think the only thing I actually want to change about this is what color it is. For Reinhardt, we take the dot and we make it gray. We make it black and we take the opacity down. Opacity, 25%. So I can see where the center of the screen is, but it's not distracting. Roadhog. Roadhog is a tricky one. Because he's got these two fire rate, or not rates. What am I trying to say? Radii? That's my career profile. For Roadhog, what I want is a circle with a dot. What? Circle and crosshairs. That's just weird looking. However, that doesn't mean I'm not going to use it. For anything. We'll see about that. I do want the circle. I want this to be orange for Roadhog. And I do want the dot. I won't show accuracy because I need a very specific center gap. And I need to figure out what that center gap looks like because I want it to line up properly with something specific. I want it to basically look like if the head is perfectly in the circle, I hit all of the shotgun-ness. Because this close range shotgun has enough spread that you don't really need a reticle to aim with it. I mean, that missed, but I actually need to tighten this up. For Roadhog, I need the circle gap even smaller. How does 35 look? Yeah, there we go. How about with Tracer? Now, Tracer has a small head anyway. Not quite there. What about with one of these? If I get the cowboy hat lined up properly. Not quite. Cowboy hat lined up. Actually, that's working so far. I just need to read it better. What about Genji? I keep having to step back just a tiny bit. So I think what I'm gonna do is tighten the circle just a tiny bit to 30. How's that look? This is just me being the wrong distance away, isn't it? I'm putting it back how it was just a second ago. Back to 35. That gives me a pretty solid idea of whether I'm lined up properly for one shot without... I mean, obviously I can't tune it perfectly to every hero if they don't all have the same head hitbox. What is this? That's measuring distance from the wall. Okay. If I line that up with... The circle lines up perfectly with the fur scarf, though. So I think this is basically correct. I just need to figure out what the actual lineups are. I hate this guy.
Answers when we do know the question.
I think the big thing for me to figure out here is what's the rock hitbox? Options, Sigma. Is it a circle? Do I... Oh, crosshair length, that doesn't help me. First of all, does this even show? That doesn't even show. I'm just gonna make this a dot. Sigma gets a dot. That's all the brain power I'm willing to spare for that guy. Winston actually does have a reason to aim now. Because of this lightning bolt thing that I forgot was a thing. But that seems keyed in to... If I change Winston's reticle at all, does it break? Does it stop showing that? It does. Okay. I think I have to leave Winston on normal then. That's not Winston. I think I have to just leave him on normal mode and deal with it. Or if I... Hang on. If I leave it on default and then I do some fiddling around. No, it has to just be. Was I on Winston when I did that? Nope. Whoops. All heroes, right. That's poorly programmed. I can't just delete this reticle thing. Oh, I fixed it, I guess. Whatever, I can't mess with Winston's crosshair or I'll lose track of how to charge that up. I don't think I need the dot for this guy. Wrecking Ball dot is gonna be gone. Yeah, that works. And Zarya. Zarya is one of the heroes with a very specifically, specially designed thing. So I probably shouldn't mess with it. So I won't. So that ends the tank category. Ash. Ash, I'm going to give a crosshair. Probably don't need a dot for that. Show opacity off. Red, I think. Thick. Not that thick. 3, maybe? Center gap. How's that?
Have a nice day.
It's about right. It's a little bit too lenient. Okay, Ash, I need to reduce the thickness a little because that's just comical. Reduce the center gap by maybe that much. 12. Let's just make it a little bit longer. So, okay.
Hell doesn't freeze over that easily.
This doesn't make me good at aiming, but it makes it easier to read what I'm actually aiming at, which is nothing a lot of the time. Now, how's the crosshair length for the actual coach gun hitbox?
Keep your distance.
I don't think that's probably not that important. Okay. Cassidy definitely also needs to be a crosshair. I'm gonna do red again because I guess that's a cowboy color. Dot opacity down, thickness up, center gap probably around 12, right?
You don't know when to quit.
Yeah, that's close. I think I'm gonna shorten it. What am I doing? Cassidy. I think I'm gonna make these shorter. What's the lock-on radius for... That's pretty good, actually.
You had it coming.
I'm not good with the cowboy. However, that's probably the most helpful reticle that I can set up. Echo's weird. I think I'm just gonna remove the dot. Dot. Opacity. Go away. Because Echo has a weird triangular situation going on. For the rest of that, just the circle that shows accuracy is fine. Genji also, by default, for some reason, so many heroes by default have a circle with a dot in the middle. I think I just want a dot. And I think I want it to be green. And I think I want it to be big. Sure, that's fine. Hanzo has a special custom crosshair. I will leave that how it is. Junkrat.
Plenty of bombs to go around.
Junkrat is going to have a... Maybe I'll give him a circle, actually. Orange. No dot. And make the center gap fairly high. Let's start with 45 and go from there. Now, if I am next to something, if I am next to someone, and I have this circle off them, they still get hit. But not by that far. That is close enough, in my opinion.
Fisticuffs.
That is about what I meant to do. And it also gives me an idea of where I'm looking. Okay, that works.
Can't miss. And when I do miss, it doesn't count.
He's still talking. Okay, May. Circle. May is gonna get a blue circle with no dot. If I have show accuracy on and I try to fire icicles,
That's precise.
it does specifically tell me if I'm on target or not. Actually, from this far away, right? If something is in the circle, I can still miss. The dot is useful in that sense, then. I guess I'll put the dot back. I'm gonna make it less, though. Dot size. How is that? There. I can tell where the center of the circle is. No, I can't. I need that to be a little bit less translucent. Okay. Dot size. Dot opacity, not size. That is a little easier to parse.
Cool up.
Okay. And then I have show accuracy on, so it doesn't quite show accuracy, but it's May, whatever. That's good enough. A big part of what I'm doing is honestly just recoloring. Career profile is not the right button to press here. Farah. Why do I already have an override? Oh, for the, ability 2. Yeah, okay, got it. Reticle type is going to be dot. Color is going to be blue. Size is going to be maximum. Yeah, that's the thing to do, I think. Reaper.
You can't escape.
Get rid of the dot. I don't want the dot. Reaper. Circle, no dot. Probably shouldn't make the reticle black, but whatever. Now, if I just leave show accuracy on, is that going to tell me with enough?
Found
Precision.
weakness.
That does give me a pretty good idea of what's going on, yeah. If I line up the circle, it tells me generally where the stuff is going, which is what I wanted.
We're in this
Sojourn.
all
What do I even... What do I want Sojourn to do? Probably one of these, actually. Maybe? If I get rid of the dot.
Railgun charge.
Okay, does the circle show properly whether I'm going to hit with the railgun? Not really. But is it close enough combined with the crosshair?
Not your
Maybe.
hour.
Let me charge the railgun.
Ready to fire. This ends now. Headshot. Double.
If I just pay attention to the crosshair, maybe I need more... What do I need more of? How do I make this more readable? Thickness? That looks a little weird and chunky,
Right on
but
the money.
I think that's fine.
Not so fast.
Every soldier has a cause.
Okay. The default seems to be adequate for soldier. Maybe I'll just change what color it is. Soldier 76. I just want this to be blue. Yeah, okay.
Bite the bullet.
Somber.
In my world, there are no secrets.
Hmm. That's strange. Sombra is going to have a circle, purple color, and I'm going to turn off show accuracy and turn off this dot and make the center gap wider. 60? 60 is pretty much right. Okay.
Amateur hour.
I'm going to make that easier to see. Okay, good.
Locator set.
Symmetra
From imperfection.
definitely shouldn't have a giant dot there. Probably, I think. Should Symmetra just have... No, Symmetra should be a circle. Now, show accuracy. How accurate is that? Oh, hey! It's actually still telling me that I'm... It's still showing the charge data. How accurate is the circle to the beam? It's dead on accurate. Okay, this is exactly how I want Symmetra's reticle to work. Cool. I don't know why that didn't work with Winston.
Tools in hand, brain in gear.
Okay. Torbjorn time. What I'm doing with Torbjorn is crosshairs, I think. Red. Orange, maybe? Orange works. Get rid of this dot. The dot doesn't help. Let's just try that first. Lining up the center of the crosshair,
Honor to get dismantled by me.
generally speaking, tells me where the Okay, well that's not good. Or is that just me over... Am I just aiming too high? Okay. That is a very bad representation of the shotgun spread. But I also don't like Torbjorn, so I don't really care. So I'm just gonna call that good and move on. Tracer.
It's time to save the world.
I think Tracer is easily just no dot, blue, and then we're good.
Zip that zone.
Yeah, that seems fine. I like that. Widowmaker is the one that I have the most dramatic thing to do for, because what I'm going to do for Widowmaker is set this to a crosshairs, make it red, and then turn off show accuracy. That's insane. Crosshair length maximum. Thickness increased. Does this generally tell me where my submachine gun is working? Somewhat, yeah. With the center gap in the crosshairs, I have a good idea of where the actual semi-auto fire is, and with the giant beam arms on the the crosshair, I can tell if I'm at the right height and go like that.
My bite is fatal.
The dot itself has to be on something for me to hit it. That is how I wanted that to work. Okay. Good. That's all the damage heroes until they add Bastion to the game. Anna is going to get a similar setup, I think. She is going to have a blue instead, however. Crosshair length is going to be very high. I have a bit... I might be able to turn the dot off for Anna. Anna, how does this work without the dot? Does it... Because if I just have something in the crosshair gap, it's a hit.
Tango down.
And how does that translate with Sleep Dart?
Rest up.
Yep, okay. This guy has a weird custom reticle that I don't think I'll mess with because it's special looking. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Baptiste alone. Brigitte probably only needs a slight dot. What if I make it... orange and vaguely transparent. Now I can aim the whip shot and not be very concerned about anything else. Okay. Kiriko.
I'll find my own path.
Kiriko, I'm actually going to use my sniper crosshairs. I think. Maybe I'll do circle and crosshairs. That's probably good. Blue, right? How does show accuracy look?
And what did we learn?
Yeah, that does show accuracy, alright. Kiriko, I would like thicker arms. No, that's not true. That's not what I needed specifically. I want more... I mean, I'll thicken them a little bit. I want more crosshair so that I can tell if I'm lined up on a moving target. Because that's the tricky part of aiming with Kiriko, is keeping head height on a moving target. I wish I could have less with the vertical. I wish I could separately keep the vertical and horizontal crosshair arms. Right, so if I'm moving, I need to line up the circle. If the target is moving, I need to line up the little arm thing. Okay. That should help me throw less on Kiriko. Hopefully. Now, most targets aren't going to be standing still, but I can't make an actual hero run around, so... Oh yeah, I have this skin equipped. Did I mention that? It's from Twitch Drops. Do I care much about my Lucio reticle? Yeah, let's make it a circle. Let's make it a circle with green outline and no dot. How's that?
Got him.
That seems good.
Back off. This is my favorite part.
That seems like it'll work.
Yes.
For mercy,
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
I will take a yellow circle, I think. Yellow circle, no dot. Yep, okay. Make that a little bit easier to see. Not that much easier. Wow, that... okay. How's that? That works, yeah. Good.
Now this is brain surgery.
Moira,
Humanity is shackled. I will find the key.
Moira will get a purple circle. Do I care about show accuracy? Does that even make sense? It does show accuracy pretty much, yeah. And I have my controls right. I'll make that just a little bit clearer. Yeah. That works for Moira, which leaves only Zenyatta, who I think just needs a dot, right? Do I use a dot or a circle? Or do I use one of these things? I might use that. I have show accuracy on, right? Yeah. So, the actual circle tells me if I'm going to hit. And then the crosshair helps me line it up properly, I think. I hope. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. That covers everyone except Bastion.
I'll find my own path. That was fun. Double kill.
Okay. For Bastion, by the way, I'm going to assume that I want, actually, no, they've changed him so much that it doesn't make sense for me to actually, doesn't make sense for me to try anything. Because I don't even think I've played the new Bastion. I could be wrong about that. Okay, that is all that I actually wanted to accomplish today. I will come back to do some challenges, hopefully, later this week. But yeah, I'm not even gonna do a game because I have to get to class soon-ish. Reconnection successful. OBS Studio disconnected and reconnected half an hour ago. Weird. Okay. Anyway, this was just sort of I don't know what this was. This was a stream that is going in the stream playlist to explain the gap between the previous stream and the next stream, because the next stream is going to have me with an active premium battle pass and with all my reticles changed, and for some reason I didn't think that doing that without explaining it was a good idea, but it doesn't actually matter that much, and I didn't feel like editing this, so I'm leaving now.